Hey guys, Najim Lee here, CEO, creative director, image, lifestyle coach, and artist over at najimlee.com, NL Art and Healing, and we are in another episode of a video that we're going to be talking about on sickle cell and also about the pain that we go through. So in this video, I want to discuss what do we do once we get an attack of pain, crises, or extreme excruciating pain. In the video before, you can click, it'll be somewhere in this video here, where you can go and watch the first one where I talk about pain and chronic pain. What is it? And the type of pain as sickle cell survivors, what we go through, how it feels, you know, within our body. So you can click that over here somewhere, but for this video, we're going to talk about what to do when we do get an attack, okay? So let's get into it. Okay, so this is what we do when we get an attack. Once an attack comes on, and the thing is, we don't know sometimes. Sometimes we may get a feeling of we're about to get something to hit us really hard with pain, and then sometimes it just, well, a lot of times it just happens out of the blue. We could be having such a great day and then bang, we are knocked down with a severe pain crisis. So this is what we do. And it's different for everyone because we are all different when we experience a sickle cell crisis. But for the majority of us, we do some of these similar things, and I could talk about myself. So I, first and foremost, whenever I get into attack, in my mind, I am trying to take some really deep breaths, okay? And so just to impact my body with as much oxygen as possible, much air coming in. Second thing I do right away is go and get my meds. And a lot of us, we take some serious narcotics for our pain crises. And so I'll go and take the amount that I usually do when I come into an attack. Third thing I do is I try and zone out. What does that mean? What I do is I will quickly stop what I'm doing, whatever work, whatever it is, and I'll go and lay down. I'll get my blankets. A lot of times I veg out in front of the television and you know, put something on that's distracting so that I can refocus my mind on to that instead of the pain. So I'm under some blankets. I've taken my medicine. I am guzzling now Gatorade because it has a ton of electrolytes. If I don't have Gatorade, I am taking coconut water. And then lots of water as well. And also, what else I do? I try to sleep. I try to not talk. I am silence mode. And because it takes too much energy, the less energy that I have to utilize, the better for me. And then I am just focused on watching TV and waiting for the medicine to kick in so that I can just go to sleep. A lot of times it works, and a lot of times it doesn't work. But it's something that I continue to do throughout until I get that pain under control. Okay, and this is a home remedy. This is what I do at home to not go to the hospital right away. So these are the things that we do. If I see later on that the pain is at the same level, so say like from a scale of 1 to 10, it's still at a 10, it hasn't budged, it's either gotten a little bit worse or it's just like at the same level, then what I do is continue, whatever I have to do. That can be for the whole day. That can be for a couple days. Can go on to 3 days. If I see by the third day I am still at a 10 like that, then I know I have to call in. I call in to my doctors, to my nurse practitioner over at Brigham's and Women's, and then I either try to do an outpatient type of thing. So I will go into infusion and get pain meds and IV fluids and douse that down. And a lot of times that helps. That little push. It's a massive push that they do this flushing me with so much fluids through me, that maybe drinking through Gatorade and water, it's not absorbing all that well. So IV is needed. And then the pain medicine is a lot faster and a lot stronger, so it'll kick into that real quickly. And a lot of times by staying there for a few hours and then I come home, I'm good to go. Like, I'll come home, I'll sleep, I'll be knocked out for a couple days and relaxing and resting, and my body just kicks back in after a while. So that's another way I do to avoid going into the hospital. And when I mean avoid, I am at the hospital, but it's more of infusion. It's an outpatient thing. If I get to the point where what I did at home is not working, what we did at the hospital in outpatient is not working, then the next step is admitting. And I hate admitting, but that's the next step. And usually I'm admitted. No, there's no rest in the hospital. No, there's no nothing. It's just a lot more to go through. But so now it's around the clock. And so of getting your pain under control, that's the main thing. Getting fluids and oxygen. A lot of times oxygen is even helpful just to get that assistance. And then I'm put on heart monitors because, my heart and my lung area is the weakest point for my illness. For some other people, it could be their head, it could be their legs, it could be their hip area, whatever. But or their liver or their kidneys or something like that. But for my organ, it's the heart and the lungs. So I am put on that because we know the heart's enlarged and it beats really, really fast, a lot faster than, say, a normal heart would go at. And so we got to monitor and make sure I'm on point, especially when I'm in a lot of pain. My heart goes into a really rapid state. It's like driving a race car. That's how fast my heart's going. If you've been in a race car and on that track, it goes pretty quickly like a race car. And so those are the three things. We'll start with the home. If not, we'll go to outpatient infusion. If not, then we'll do admittance into the hospital. And that's usually the ultimate step. And that's the step that I try to avoid at all costs. I try to stay at 1 and 2 of my steps. But if I have to, I'll do step 3. And I try to engage my body while I'm in the hospital through admittance. If I'm going to be there for a week or 2 weeks or something, I try to see what's going on. A lot of times what can trigger for me to be in the hospital, for others to be in the hospital, maybe there's an infection, whether it's a urine infection, or you got a cut but probably didn't heal fast right away, or you have a cold, you have a flu, or you're around somebody who probably had symptoms of a cold and you picked it up and boom, there it goes. So a lot of times we kind of live in a bubble. We try to live in a bubble of not to be around too many people, and to really be aware of what we're touching, where we're standing, what we're holding, what we're drinking, what we're eating. because everything's about balance. Everything's about trying to keep the balance and not going off balance too much. All right, so I hope that helps. If you have any questions, please leave it in the comment box below. And again, I am doing this series to bring awareness and to help as many other sicklers that are out there. You're not alone. I understand you. I got you. And for those who don't have sickle cell but also go through chronic pain, chronic illness, I got you. I totally understand. I know what you're going through. And let's just, talk about it. Let's just get it out there. Bring as much awareness as possible to the masses. Okay, so subscribe. You don't want to miss another one of these videos, as well as so much more coming to you. And also, please follow me on my social media, Twitter, Facebook, especially Instagram, always on Instagram at NajimLay. And go ahead and check out goshabout.wordpress.com, which is my blog. And I have something up on there right now regarding what we go through is chronic pain, chronic illness. And so then I'm going to get into another video real soon and talking about support and why there's a lack of support and what we can do to change that and different things like that. So look out for that video coming shortly. Again, please thumb this up, like it, share it among your friends, family, and fans, because we're trying to grow this community, this channel, and also bring awareness about sickle cell anemia. All right? I love you guys a lot. I'll talk to you soon. As always, check me out in another video. Bye.